yes, I definitely want to save. Alright. Looks like we're in a school. So this is piano. Yeah. Great performance. Stack of notebooks, okay. Poster of a play. It says woof. That looks like Frankenstein. A bunch of school books. Okay, so let's get out of here. The feeling that something's invading your privacy even without ill will is still disturbing. Oh jeez. You are good. Am I good? You are? Good. Bunch of school books? What is this? Okay, nothing I guess. Alright. Even if you don't know why they are here, you hold the greatest amount of fear for them. So I guess it's a good thing I am exploring each and every room. It's a triceratops. Yep. An old picture of what seems to be a religious man and woman. A stack of comic books. Oh, take them. Freaking ads. Or not ads, but emails. Jeez. It's not supposed to happen. It's supposed to be turned off when I'm playing a game. A bathtub in the middle of the classroom. What? Hold on. Alright. The sounds of screams are awful. They are even worse when they are your own. I don't want to go down there yet. Go through each room. God, what was that? There are pieces of paper here. It reads knock knock. Oh wait. Alright, this should set everything right so I don't get alerts or anything. A piece of mattress is dirty and worn out. Wait, can I not get out? I can't get out. The mattress straight and worn out. Okay. The text on it's not readable pretty much. Why can't I get out? What am I supposed to do? I'm stuck, I think. Let me out! So what am I supposed to do here? Okay, if I'm stuck in here, it means that's this piece of paper here. The text on it is illegible. So what am I supposed to do then? Oh, God. Okay. Let me out. Okay, so I guess that's what was supposed to happen. Butterflies. Go through this door. Locked. Keep me out. Alright. Writing desk, school materials on it. Writing desk with some school materials on it. So I don't think there's anything in here. Big filing cabinet. Big filing cabinet. Looks like there's nothing inside. Various books. Okay. So there's nothing there. So I guess we can go downstairs now. Oh jeez. Locked. I don't think I can get in here. Okay, so I can't go up there. But I think I can go through this door, right? Okay. Oh fuck. What is that? What are those? I want to touch him. Yeah, let's just get out of there. That was weird. Alright, so... I mean, a busted old machine of some sort. And what is this? Oh, okay. I climbed down. Oh, jeez. I don't know where I'm going, so we're just assuming here that I'm going the right way. Oh, I think it's one of those, yeah, let's see. Where if you don't go the right path, it brings you back. So if I go this way. Oh, okay, I think I went the right way. It just sounds so weird. Problems? What kind of dreams does this child have? He must watch a lot of horror movies that have these kinds of dreams. It goes on for. Let's go back and see what happens. Go back. Okay, we can go back. So is it just endless or? Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, what is this? Satan, is that you? What is he doing? I'm so confused. What's going on? I guess they're chanting. What are they about to do? Sacrifice me? God, that does not sound good. You're awfully quiet nowadays. Is there something wrong, son? Yeah. No, it's nothing. Are you sure? Is there something wrong with your new room? Are you lonely without your brother? No. Alrighty, then. It's your time to confess. Let him know. I woke gradually. The room was once again dark. As my eyes suggested, I could gradually make out the window and the door and the walls, some toys on the shelf, and, even to this day, I shudder to think of it, for there was no noise, no rustling of sheets, no movement at all. The room felt lifeless, yet not empty. Nightly visitor, that unwelcome, wheezing, hate-filled thing which had terrorized me night after night, was not in the bottom bunk. It was in my bed. I opened my mouth to scream, but nothing came out. Utter terror had shaken the very sound from my voice. I lay motionless. If I could not scream, I did not want to let it know I was awake. I had not yet seen it. I could only feel it. It was obscured under my blanket. I could see its outline, and I could feel its presence, but I dared not look. The weight of its pressure down on top of me, a sensation I will never forget. When I say that hours passed, I did not exaggerate. Laying there motionless in the darkness, I was every bit a scared and frightened young boy. If it had been during the summer months, it would have been light by then. But the grasp of winter is long and unrelenting, and I knew it would be hours before sunrise. A sunrise which I yearned for. I was a timid child by nature, but I reached a breaking point, a moment where I could wait no more, where I could survive under this intimacy, deviant abomination no longer. Fear can sometimes wear you out, making you threadbare, a shell of nerves, leaving only the slightest traces of you behind. I had to get out of that bed. Then I remembered, the crucifix. A hand still lay underneath the pillow, but it was empty. I slowly moved my wrist around to find it, minimizing as best I could sound and vibrations caused, but it could not be found. I'd either knocked it off on the top bunk, or knocked it off of the top bunk, or it had, I could not even bear to think of it, been taken from my hand. Without the crucifix, I lost any sense of hope. Even at such a young age, you can be acutely aware of what death is, and intensely frightened of it. I knew I was going to die in that bed if I lay there dormant, passive, doing nothing. I had to leave that room behind, but how? Should I leap from my bed and hope that I make it to the door? What if it's faster to me? Or should I slowly slip out of that top bunk, hoping not to disturb my uncanny bedfellow? Realizing that it had not stirred when I moved, trying to find the crucifix, I began to have the strangest of thoughts. Chapter 6, also more. The Abyss. How long is this game? Yes, I want to save. How many? This is probably a big game. Okay. There I am. Am I a fish? That's weird. I figured this would be like a short game, but it's actually got a whole story going for it. What is this? Okay, so I went through there, but I can't go through here. Oh, okay, there we go. Oh, there's a dead body. Drain water and remove diving gear, yes. This will probably be the last chapter I do until next time. So let's finish this chapter up and see what happens. Okay. I wanna go through this. This is the door, obviously, right? Yeah. I'm so confused. Open the door. That's fine. I can bump the volume somewhere. I don't know. What am I supposed to do? Oh, okay. Let's go down here. Oh, who is that? Looks like my father. Read logbook, yes. So Captain Theodore Fielding, September 2nd, 2007. My biggest fears is deep water. Ironic when you consider the fact that I am now working on a mining station thousands of feet underwater in the Marina Trench. I've always wondered why I was afraid and reached a simple conclusion. The true fear presented here is actually going down beneath the surface into the depths. It's a combination of all of our most common fears. I fear the dark fear the dark. When you're at the bottom of a body of water, you can't see anything. Yeah, you can't see anything. It's pitch black. Have you ever tried to swim as far down in a lake as you can? It gets really dark and cold really fast, about 10 feet down. But even that's nothing compared to the deepest point of the entire crust of the Earth, located at the bottom of the Pacific Ocean, the Marina Trench, which is 38,000 plus feet. If you put Mount Everest at the bottom of the trench, the top of the mountain would still be over a mile below the surface of the ocean. Everything below you is completely darkness, and this definitely plays out in our collective fear of the dark. Okay, so what's the next one? 2. Fear suffocating. Have you ever gotten to the point where you swam down too far in the swimming pool and you seriously considered the fact that you might not make it back to the top before you ran out of breath? If you've ever been roughhousing as a kid with blankets and pillows and you accidentally got pinned down inside of a sleeping bag or something, and you get to that point where laughter temporarily turns to scream, you know what a scary concept not being able to breathe is. Even if you haven't have scuba gear with you down into deep dark abyss, there's a chance a valve could pop out or you could run out of oxygen. You can't see and you can't really take a deep breath. Could it get worse? Yes. 3. Fear of the unknown. There are over 1 million species of creatures in the ocean, and scientists estimate that there are an additional 9 million species yet to be discovered. That means we only even know 11% of the creatures in the ocean are. Most of the beings in the ocean are things mankind has never even seen or heard of. Who knows what could be down there? Think about a time when you were walking in a dimly lit basement trying to find something. All of a sudden, something brushes against the back of your neck. They become airborne, similar to a frightened cat, and instantly turn around and shine the flashlight to see what it was. It's never anything actually scary. But in deep water, it's always something scary. It is dark, and you can barely breathe, and something just touches you, and you have no idea where they just went. But there is more to fear, I'm afraid. 4. Fear of flying insects. Imagine that, as you're walking along, all of the beetles and scorpions crawling around the ground, the huge black hairy spiders that are hidden from view in the cracks, and the slimy worms and snakes that are burrowed beneath the ground, simultaneously started flying anywhere they wanted. That is what the bottom of the sea, without water, would be like. For the strange creatures underwater, there is no up or down. Even the manliest men, even though they appear to be calm, quickly tense up and become filled with a secret fear that the bug might land on their eyeball or fly into their mouth, and that's why men try so hard to kill them. Unfortunately, in deep water, you can't see any of the undiscovered freakish flying creatures that brush past your body as you grasp at your suffocating throat. 5. Fear of being caught. Imagine that you're running from a bear. It would be eaten if you are caught, and it doesn't help that bears can run faster sideways than the fastest human can run forward. When you're at the bottom of the sea, everything that is around you was built to move in water. If something truly frightening like a shark or a giant squid caught inside of you, you can turn the other way and flail about all you want, but the monster will catch up in you in a split second, or will catch up with you in a split second. You can't get away from anything. Even if you had the wherewithal to see and breathe, you couldn't run from danger. It would simply find you and devour you. There are a lot of places that I wouldn't want to be, such as trapped in a burning house or alone in a vacuum of space. But in the burning house, at least I can see, and in space, at least there aren't any creatures that can get me. There are no other places in the universe that can combine as many common fears as 7 miles below the surface of the Pacific Ocean. It is because of the combination of all of these fears that I am so horrified with deep water. Okay, that is a lot. That is a fucking lot. Makes sense. So, I could have went down, but I'm gonna go across. I want to see where this guy went. He's down there. How did he go? Oh. So I'm just sinking slowly. Oh God, what did I get myself into? Sinking slow. Oh God, whatever. Did I just doom myself? It seems like at this point I haven't been able to doom myself at all, so I don't know. That was an interesting dream. What if it was asleep? It hadn't so much as breathed since I had woken up. Perhaps it was resting, believing that it had finally got me, that it was finally in its grasp. Or perhaps it was toying with me. After all, it had been doing just that for countless nights. And now with me under it, pinned against my mattress with no mother to protect me, maybe it was holding off, savoring its victory until the last possible moment, like a wild animal savoring its prey. I tried to breathe as shallowly as possible and mustering every ounce of courage I could. It was reaching over slowly with my... I reached over slowly with my right hand and began to peel the blanket off of me. What I found under those covers almost stopped my heart. I did not see it, but as my hand moved the blanket, it brushed against something smooth and cold, something which felt unmistakably like a gaunt hand. I held my breath in terror as I was sure must now know that I was awake. Nothing. It did not stir. It felt dead. After a few moments, I placed my hand carefully further down the blanket and felt a thin, poorly formed forearm. My confidence and almost twisted sense of curiosity grew as I moved down further to a disproportionately large bicep muscle. The arm was outstretched, lying across my chest, with the hand resting on my left shoulder as if it had grabbed me in my sleep. I realized that I would have to move this cadaverous appendage if I even so much as hoped to escape its grasp. For some reason, the feeling of torn, ragged clothes on the shoulder of this nighttime invader stopped me in my tracks. Fear once again swelled to my stomach and in my chest as I recoiled my hand in disgust at the touch of the straggled, oily hair. I could not bring myself to touch its face, although I wondered to this very day what it would have felt like. Dear God, it moved. Okay, so chapter 7, so I'm going to stop right here after I save it. Save yes. Alright, so this is It Moves. I'm probably going to cut this down bit by bit, but I'm going to continue to play this game because at this point I'm invested in. I'm at chapter 7, so I'm going to go play some more of it and I'll post more of it. And if you guys like it and enjoy this, like the video and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye bye.